Investing. It feels super complicated, right? Like you have to be some kind of Wall Street wizard to even have a chance. But what if I told you the smartest way to build wealth was actually the laziest? Let's dive in.
All right, so before we get to the good stuff, we have to talk about the biggest thing that stops most people from even starting. It's this one giant myth about money that keeps so many people on the sidelines.
Okay, let's be real for a second. Do you believe you have to be a financial genius to do well with investing? That you need to be glued to charts and graphs all day, predicting what's going to happen next? Well, the surprising truth is, for pretty much all of us, the answer is a huge, resounding no. Not even close.
So, if you don't need to be a genius, what's the move? Well, let's talk about the solution. And honestly, it's a method that's so simple, it almost feels like you're cheating. This is for anyone out there who wants big results without all the stress.
So what if the most hands-off, set-it-and-forget-it investment strategy out there was also one of the most powerful and effective ways to grow your money for the long haul? Sounds a little too good to be true, doesn't it?
Just how effective are we talking? Well, get this. This lazy strategy consistently beats about 90% of professional investors. Let that sink in for a second. These are experts who get paid huge salaries to pick stocks, and this simple approach outperforms them almost all the time.
I know, that sounds like a crazy claim, maybe some kind of gimmick, but it is absolutely real. It's a well-known, proven strategy, and it's called investing in an index fund.
Okay, so what's the magic trick here? How can something so simple be so incredibly powerful? Let's pull back the curtain and break down how it all works.
The whole idea is actually beautiful in its simplicity. See, an index fund is just one single investment that automatically buys you a tiny little slice of all the top companies in the market, all at once. Think of it like buying a pre-made playlist of the economy's greatest hits.
And this gets right to the heart of why it's so smart. You know that old saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket? Well, picking one single stock is exactly that. If that company has a bad year, you're in trouble. But an index fund, it automatically spreads your money across hundreds of different baskets for you. It's instant, powerful diversification.
Let's make this really concrete. When you buy an S&P 500 index fund in the US, you are instantly buying a piece of the 500 biggest American companies. We're talking Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, the whole crew, with just one click. And it's the same idea in the UK with something like the FTSE 100.
Now, this whole strategy relies on one proven, long-term truth. The stock market has been through everything you can possibly imagine over the last century. World wars, huge market crashes, global pandemics, you name it. And after every single crisis, it has always recovered and kept on climbing.
So what does all that resilience add up to? Well, over that 100-year roller coaster, the S&P 500 has returned an average of about 10% per year. That's the power you get when you bet on the market as a whole, instead of trying to find that one needle in a haystack.
Okay, this is the point where you might be thinking, this sounds almost too good to be true. It's simple, it's proven, it's powerful. Which leads to one very obvious question. If this is so great, why isn't everybody doing it?
No, really, if this strategy beats the pros and it's this easy, why is everyone still obsessed with trying to find the next big thing?
Well, here's the so-called problem. Index funds are boring. They don't give you a hot tip you can brag to your friends about. There's no heart-pounding drama, no gambling rush. All you get is slow, steady, methodical wealth building. It is the tortoise, not the hare.
And that is the ultimate takeaway here. It might not be exciting, and it's definitely not going to make a great movie, but when it comes to actually securing your financial future, boring wins. Consistency beats flashy speculation pretty much every time.
So there you have it. The smartest money moves are often the quietest ones, simply because they aren't exciting enough to talk about. It kind of makes you wonder, right? What other powerful secrets to building wealth are just hiding in plain sight, waiting for us to embrace the power of being boring? Something to think about.